Hello besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be spinning for my February TBR, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am in desperate need of a new and a fresh TBR. Unfortunately, I have been slumping pretty badly all throughout January. I think at the current moment I am in the middle of literally 4 books. Like, I just have not been able to finish a book, and so unfortunately I did not do very great on my January TBR just because I haven't been able to finish anything. And so what I'm hoping to achieve in this video is to just spin for books that I'm excited about, that I genuinely want to read, that make me feel excited to read. So that's the plan, that's the goal, that's the hope. Let's spin for my official February TBR. As always, I've grabbed the books from my physical TBR that I am feeling like I could be in the mood for reading this month. Again, I'm not really sure what's gonna like ignite that spark for me, but these are the books that I was like, I think they could do it for me. And then of course, anything in the TBR wheel that you guys do not see in this pile is a book that I can either read from Kindle Unlimited or from my local library. So I think that's it. I think we're gonna spin for book number 1. So at this point, we just cross our fingers and hope that the TBR wheel knows what I want to read, because quite frankly, I have no idea what I want to read. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Okay, this could be good. Rock, Paper, Scissors is a thriller that I actually spun for, I believe, in December. This book has been on my TBRs in the past, unfortunately, and I really did want to get to this book during the winter time. And so honestly, I feel like February is the last good month to pick up this book. I mean, look at that snowy, icy cover. My issue is I'm not a huge thriller person, but I do feel like when you're in a slump and nothing is like grabbing your attention super intensely. Like I said, I literally am in the middle of 4 books and it's actually cracking my heart in 2. I do feel like a thriller is really good for that. It's just they can be hard for me to pick up. And I did actually start this book over Christmas because I wanted to read it. Obviously, I wouldn't have put it in the wheel if I didn't. And we're basically following this couple where the man, the husband, has face blindness. And so he can't recognize anyone basically based on their faces. So he has to use other signals like their scent or maybe a bracelet that they wear, that kind of thing. And I've read a couple other stories actually where we have like a main character with face blindness, and I find the whole phenomenon and just like that experience to be very interesting. And so I'm pretty sure that they're having issues in their marriage. And so they like go to this cabin to try and like maybe fix things. I didn't get very far in, clearly. But yeah, I think this will be good for February. Hopefully, I just need to like sit myself down, get off my phone and actually pick it up, because I think once I'm probably like 50 to 100 pages in, I'll be really enthralled. And I've also never read anything by Alice Feeney, and she is definitely an author that I want to get into. First book on the February TBR is Rock, Paper, Scissors. Hopefully I can redeem my December TBR this month. That would be great. We are now spinning for book number 2. And guys, there are quite honestly 2 books that I really want. Keep going, keep going. Oh, okay. Spark of the Everflame. This is another repeat, but that's okay. Before I dive into this book, I'll tell you that the 2 books that I really am feeling like could get me out of a slump are Us Against You by Frederick Bachman, and then also The Favorites by Lynn Fargo. I just feel like those are the 2 books that I am personally the most interested in reading in February. But, you know, we'll see. Back to what the TBR wheel actually chose. We have Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. And like I said, this is another repeat. This was on my January TBR, and this isn't even one that I picked up. I would love, I mean, I still have a little bit of time, so maybe I could pick this book up in January, but this is a YA fantasy story where we have our main character, DM, and she's basically trying to get out of her village because of her mother's sudden disappearance. And so I think she like makes some connections with like the royalty or the magical people in this world. I'm not actually 100% sure, but my whole thing with this book is I've heard heard so many people speak so highly of this series, and I wrapped up quite a few very magical, very big, very intense series in 2025. And so I just thought it would be really fun to enter into a new magical universe with new characters and new magic systems and all of that kind of stuff. And so I am really excited to pick this book up. I just think that this month fantasy wasn't really calling my name, unfortunately. And so hopefully I do pick this one up in February. Also, I think there is some romance in these books. And I feel like romance is really good in February because we have Valentine's Day coming up. So there's a lot of good reasons why I should pick this book up in February. So I feel pretty good about this one. Hype me up in the comments. I feel like sometimes my morale gets low when I pick books that I already didn't read. So yeah, we'll see how the rest of the TBR wheel goes. But we are now spinning for book number 3. Oh, I don't even want to look. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is actually one of the books I really wanted. Yes, Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. Just this morning, I was walking around my house feeling frustrated about the reading slump that I am in, and I was thinking about all of the books that I own and which one I honestly thought had the best chance of gripping me, like giving that feeling where I pick up a book and I just don't want to put the book down. Like I sit on the couch and do not leave the couch for like 6 hours because I'm just so addicted to that book. And while there are several stories and like books on this list that I feel like I'll absolutely love, like rate them 4 stars, 5 stars, oddly enough, this is the book that I feel like will grab my attention and keep me hooked the longest. I have a couple theories for this. The main one is that my favorite trope in a romance book is second chance. I love second chance romance. It is my absolute favorite thing in the whole entire universe. And most second chance books that I have read and really loved are the kinds of books that I just cannot put down. Love in Other Words, absolutely addicting. Happy Place, absolutely addicting. Like for some reason, those are the books that I literally read in one sitting. And I'm optimistic that this could be that type of book. And it also takes place in New York City. And I was in New York City not too long ago. And I feel like that will add to the atmosphere and just feeling like I can envision everything really clearly in my mind. And so I'm really excited about this. I'm honestly feeling like if I weren't in the middle of 4 books, this is the book that I would want to pick up right now. But I'm like, okay, I need to use the rest of my January to finish the books that I'm in the middle of so then I can jump into this one. This is definitely where I want to start if we're being completely honest and transparent. Before we spin for our next book, if you guys are new here, I did just want to briefly mention that I actually run a mail club for readers where I ship my subscribers cozy bookish paper goodies every single month. Every single month in this mail club, you guys receive a bookmark, a newsletter / newspaper coming soon, February 2026, on exciting new releases coming out that month, plus some other articles from me on like the bookish community, a word game or word activity, often a crossword, a word search, an Enneagram, that kind of vibe, and a personal letter or personal essay from me written on something in the bookish world. And it is quite honestly my favorite thing that I do every single month. So if you guys are interested in receiving a letter from my home to your home and you love books and you love reading, then I'm going to link the Cozy Reader Club in the description box down below. This is a letter that I sent my subscribers in the past, but signups are open with all new goodies for the month of March, and signups are only open for 8 days after this video goes live. So if you guys want to receive the March 1st mail club, be sure to sign up by February 1st. That's all I have to say about the mail club. Let's get back to the TBR wheel. Okay. We're spinning for book number 4. We're halfway there. I always like to spin for 6 books because I am not a super fast reader, unfortunately. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's go. Book number 4 is Us Against You by Friedrich Bachmann. This is book 2 in the Beartown series. I read book 1 during the summer of last year, which is kind of a hot take because this whole series is about ice hockey and takes place in like the dead of winter. We're following a whole bunch of characters in a small town who are basically obsessed with hockey. There's so much more to this story and this world than that, but that's honestly like the easiest way that I have found to describe it. Us Against You, like I said, is the second book in this series, and it really just continues and expands upon all these different characters and all these different stories. And it's winter, it's February, and so I really wanted to read this book all about ice hockey during the winter time. And I actually just last night went to my 3rd hockey game, and it was so much fun. And so while I was there, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to read all my like ice skating books. I need to read Beartown. I need to read the favorites. Like it just totally put me in the spirit to read all of these kinds of books. I rated the first book in this series a 4.5, and I feel like there's a lot of hope that this book could be a 5-star. I don't actually own this one, so I was planning on listening to the Spotify version, like the Spotify audiobook, but if I'm able to check it out from my library, I might do that as well. This is so exciting. Getting the books that I want is just the best feeling. I know I could like film videos each month where I actually just pick the books that I want to read and like make a video about it, but I just feel like the wheel is so much more fun, and I do honestly feel like I kind of want to experiment a little bit this year, like maybe try choosing my TBR in some different ways. I just love the wheel because it feels like unique, and I don't see anyone else doing like the TBR wheel, choosing their books. I'm gonna spin for book 5, I think. Yeah, I don't see anyone else using a TBR wheel, and so I just think it's so fun and creative and original. Oh my gosh. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Okay, I'm really happy about this. Also, I'm looking at my computer and I'm realizing that I did the exact same thing that I did last month, which is I did not remove the books that already got selected. I always forget to do that, and so we end up spinning for like the same books over and over again. Somehow that hasn't happened yet, but we'll see if it happens later. Book number 5, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I honestly cannot believe that I haven't read this book yet. And you guys might be noticing, maybe not, I don't know. I recently got this book, or I guess it feels recent because I haven't been home a ton, but I have an in-person book club with like 10, 12, 15 girls. The number of people who show up each month really depends, but there's a lot of us. And for December, we were like, oh my gosh, let's do a white elephant book exchange. And this was like maybe the best day of my life. I was like, oh my gosh, girls, books, white elephant, it doesn't get any better than that. And my issue at this event was I had read almost every single book that was brought. And it just so happens that the book that I ended up getting in the end was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I have been wanting to read and I don't own. I've never read it. It's just perfect. Like I could have picked any other book and almost certainly I would have either already read it or already owned it. And so the fact that I got this book was crazy. Like I was so happy about it. And so all I know about this book is it's written by one of my favorite authors, Love. And then second, we're following our main character, Addie LaRue, who basically, I don't know if she like sells her soul or whatever, but she gets immortality, and in exchange for immortality, nobody remembers her. And so when she meets someone, 5 seconds later after she turns away, they forget her. I can't wait to read this. I've heard nothing but incredible things. I've read several other of V.E. Schwab's books and series, and I'm just so happy that I own this now. Like the fact that I own it and can hold it and flip the pages is making me really want to read this. I've been reading a lot on my Kindle and a lot on audio. And so just holding this book that I've been wanting to read for so long is making me really excited. So that is book number 5, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So we are now down to our final book of the video, which is just always so sad because I would spin this wheel all day long if I could. So out of the books in this wheel that I am the most excited to read, first up, People We Meet on Vacation. I have not watched the new Emily Henry movie because I want to reread this book before watching the film. And so honestly, this is very high on my personal list of books to read. One of my besties also lent me her copy of The Favorites, which I have been desperately wanting to read. It's on my list of 10 books to read in 2026. And so yeah, those are probably my top 2 books in the wheel. But everything in there does make me smile. Like I tried really hard not to put anything in there that I wouldn't want to read. And so, oh, here we go. Here's the respins. Okay, Olivia Hyde, Choice. I hit it. That one's not coming back. But yeah, what I was saying before is that I really tried to put only books in here that I would be mostly really happy about. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. This is terrible. Hyde, Choice. One more time. If I keep spinning books that I've already chosen, I'm just going to cut all of this out. Okay, yeah, cut. And spinning again. Is this going to be the moment? Please let this be the moment. Okay. Oh no. Oh, stay. Hey, The Friend Zone. There we go. Book number 6 and our final book of the month is The Friend Zone by Addie Jimenez. I have read all of her most recent releases and they are some of my favorite romance books on the planet. I love them so much. And her new release is coming out literally like a few days after my birthday. And so that's my birthday gift this year, is like end of March, early April. I forget when it's coming out exactly, but it's literally going to be my birthday present. But I would love to get started on her backlist before that comes out. And so it's perfect that The Friend Zone got picked for February, because I would love to just read about love in the month of February. I am such a sucker for Valentine's Day. If you guys know me, Valentine's Day and Halloween are like my 2 favorite holidays, and everyone else on the planet's least favorite holidays. I feel like I don't know what it is, but I just love fall and I love love. And so I really do want to prioritize reading a couple romance books in February. I also just haven't read romance at all in the last like several months. And so I think maybe that's why I'm in a slump. Maybe I need a romance or a thriller to just like crack me out of this reading slump that I'm in. And I'm really excited. I actually don't know anything about this book, like literally nothing. I saw the author and I said, add to cart. Those are the 6 books, which means these are left to another month. So let's review the official February TBR. First up, we have Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole, Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, The Friend Zone by Addie Jimenez, and of course, Us Against You by Friedrich Bachman. If you guys have read any of these books, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you thought of them. I would also love to hear what's on your February TBR. What's on your radar? What should I put in the wheel for March? I'm looking for all of the good vibes, all of the inspiration. And of course, if you guys made it to this point in the video, comment down below a pink heart for Valentine's Day. Don't forget to check out the Cozy Reader Club linked down below if you guys are interested. And I think that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys are having a great day and a great reading month, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!